welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Sophie. Please feel free to subscribe and like this video if you enjoy it. This video is going to be a how I cured my acne video. So I'm going to talk a bit about the products I've used and also Accutane. So it's also known as Accutane and isotretinoin. It is a medicine that you get from your doctor. And it's usually a last resort because it's quite a serious drug. I don't want to waffle on too much about my acne journey because I can do a separate video for that. But I struggled with acne from the age of about 15 and I've tried multiple creams, multiple medicines. I've literally tried everything, and the one thing that did cure my acne was Accutane. So I was put on the NHS waiting list for Accutane in 2018. I was on the waiting list for about 6 months. If you're not from the UK, what the NHS is the National Health Service, so it's where you get free healthcare. One thing I will say is that there tends to be quite a long waiting list. I eventually got prescribed with Accutane in November of 2018. So about 2 years ago. So I will insert some photos of my acne before I went on Accutane and before I started taking the medicine. I started on a dose of 20 milligrams and they decide the dose based on your weight and also some other factors. After about a week I definitely started to feel the dryness coming on, so it really didn't take long at all. I'm pretty sure it actually took about 4 to 5 days. So by month 2, my skin started to purge quite badly. Dryness got more severe. I not only had dry lips, but I also had a lot of nosebleeds because my nose was dry inside. So once I got to month 3, the purging was still going on and getting worse and worse, as you can see. I was still experiencing a lot of dryness. At this stage, month 3 was probably one of the worst stages of purging. And so when you're on Accutane, you go back to the doctor quite regularly to have like checkups, blood tests to check that you're still healthy, and pregnancy tests as well, because there's a lot of health risks associated with getting pregnant when you're on Accutane. So every girl has to have pregnancy tests every month, and that's how it works in the UK anyway. So during month 3, she upped my dosage, and I was saying to her, I wasn't feeling comfortable with the amount of purging I was experiencing. She said, okay, let's up the dose. So we upped the dose to 40 milligrams. I kind of tried to stick with it and get through the purging. I spoke about it a lot before on my Instagram, but it's really, really difficult, and I think people underestimate how mentally hard it is, like purging in particular. I definitely experienced extreme mood swings, but it wasn't necessarily dangerous so that I would have to stop it. It was more, I just had to kind of deal with it, and I just forced myself to deal with it so that I could get through Accutane. Purging had mental health effects on me personally, aside from the mood swings and things, because every day you look in the mirror and you're like waiting for your skin to get better, and you're waiting for that day when it's finally like starting to clear up. But I felt like it was just never getting better, and it sounds so gloomy. But so month 4 I was still experiencing some purging. Here's a photo. And yeah, so when I had my checkup in month 4 at the doctor's, they increased my dose again to 50 milligrams, and that was the highest dose I was ever on, 50 milligrams, and I took 50 milligrams from month 4 all the way to month 6. I experienced a really little purge in month 4, so my skin was purging, but then I experienced another purge, I think because my dosage went up, so I experienced another little bit of purging. But then after that, my skin definitely started to calm down. I still had a lot of the dryness, but it wasn't as extreme, and everything started to kind of cool down. Honestly, that made me feel really, really happy, and I was so proud of myself persevering and getting through it. One thing I also didn't mention was in month 3, I had this kind of rash here on my wrist. I'm pretty sure I had it on both my wrists, and it was kind of eczema-like, and I've never had eczema in my whole life, and I've always had kind of oily skin, oily combination skin. I've never had dry skin, and the way I combated that was just using really good hydrating products, and if you haven't watched my previous video on Accutane must-haves, go and watch that because I recommend some really great products to get you through the dryness. So month 5, my skin was starting to get better. I was seeing less and less actives and more scars, but I was just glad that the actives were going, and I knew that I could probably help reduce the scarring afterwards. So month 6, if I remember correctly, it was June. It was starting to get a bit hotter, and it was really difficult because when you're on Accutane, you can't drink and you can't go out in the sun. I was finishing school, I was in year 13, and I just wanted to like go out and have fun and sunbathe with my friends, but I couldn't really do that because you can't really be in direct sunlight. So I took my last pill in the middle of July, and I was so happy. I was left with quite a lot of hyperpigmentation. I'll insert a photo, but I was just so glad that I didn't have any more actives, because there wasn't a point in my teenage life where I had no active. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone because, like I said, there are so many side effects and everybody is so different, and just because I didn't really experience depression doesn't mean that you won't, and also just because I experienced really bad purging doesn't mean you're going to experience really bad purging. Some people, after like 2 weeks, it starts to clear. It just depends on you. I experienced the worst acne I've ever had in my life when I was on Accutane during my purging stages, and I just don't know if it's worth it. Because it made me have that purging, it consequently made me have more scars. I'm literally speaking like a baby, but like, it's hard to explain. The scars I have today, I might not have had if I didn't go on it. And to be honest, like, I'm very chilled about my scars now. Starting my Instagram has really helped me like accept that I have scars on my face. Anyway, I hope this video wasn't too doom and gloom. I think it's a really serious topic, so I tried to be quite serious in this video, as you can tell, because I really think that it's something that you should really think about before you go on. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want me to do any more videos, please leave a comment below. Thank you guys, see you later.